What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to episode 9 of the Hey Bro Show. I'm super excited. I'm going to wait for you guys to start coming on here before we get started here on Saturday, episode 9. I'm super excited as we kick off episode 9 of the Hey Bro Show on this Saturday here in New York. It's beautiful. Guys, as you pop on, let me know where you're from, what episode, how many episodes you've been on. Would love to see the comments. Would love to see the takeaways from you guys. Good morning, Steve. Thanks for saying hello. Hey, Paul. Thank you for jumping on, guys. We're gonna get started in a minute. Hey, May. What's up to the UK? People in the UK jumping on the call. Totally excited about this call. We're going to kick off. But guys, hey, you know what this week is? It is Coach Charlotte in the house. Hey, Amber. This week is Coach Summit week. I am so excited. And guys, I want to say, hey, Paul. Hey, Brian. I want to let you guys know that make sure this week at Coach Summit, I just want to put this out there. If you see Scotty or I, please say hello. We've had, we're having thousands of views, whether it's through our YouTube channel and here on the Hey Bro Show. We're getting so many comments and messages and private messages from guys that this is helping them with their business. From even females, it's helping them in their business. We love hearing this. We love hearing the feedback. It helps us understand where we need to go with the direction of the Hey Bro Show, what topics. But we don't get to see so many of our faces, right? It's just that little profile picture that we see, and in fact, we don't get to actually see somebody face to face. So make sure, stop us, say hello, introduce yourself. Would love to connect with you guys. Brian, hey, it's your first time here. So guys, quick little announcement. Scotty was in Hawaii for 6 weeks with his family, and today he did not want to bow out. He said, I don't want to bow out yet, but it's on like a 6-hour time difference from myself here in New York, and today is his travel day to Salt Lake City, Utah. So this is the thing. We will be consistent each and every week to be here for you guys. Even next week at Coach Summit, we said we're going to find a way to get the Hey Bro Show in from Coach Summit. But today, Scotty is basically like on a plane right now. So I said, dude, don't worry about it. He did the Work Hard, Play Hard show when I was in Disney World and talked about working hard and playing hard when I was with my family. And I didn't want to bow out. I literally was going to do it in the Magic Kingdom. But instead, Scotty did the show. So there's going to come times it's life, but we're here. We're going to hit the topics. So we have an amazing topic today. But for those of you on your first time on this call, my name is David Atkins. I'm an 8-star Diamond, 2-time elite coach, Success Club All-Star legend. If it hits Success Club, I've lost track. I think about 68 or 69 months in a row have created a 6-figure business with Beachbody. I work full-time with the state police. Still work full-time there and have my full-time Beachbody business. Was able to retire my wife from her teaching career of a 6-figure income and bring her home. And she also is a 6-star Diamond coach. We have 3 little girls, ages 12, 9, and almost 6. So we're super busy. And guys, as you know, with the income disclaimer, I don't know it off the top of my head, but it all comes down to every coach is diligent in skill, and there's no guaranteed income, and it's in the back office for everybody to see there. But because I share a little bit of my success, I wanted to put that out there. But this episode, guys, I want to get right into it. This was a powerful episode, and I'm literally, Scotty and I were texting this week, and it really was about the fear of success and the sacrifices made. The fear of success and sacrifices made in this business. And I read the actual question. Thank you, babe. My wife's going to post the income disclaimer in the comments. I read the actual question. Scotty and I were going back and forth, and I jotted down some notes because the thing that came to me is this is exactly what I went through. These concerns and questions that this guy brought up, that this fellow brought up, that he wanted to have answered, was something I exactly went through. So I want to read the first part about the fear of success and the sacrifices made. So the first thing he said was, I'm noticing with myself that the more momentum I gain in this business, I actually start to get scared that being a leader will be overwhelming. Les Brown talks about it quite a bit, the fear of success. I'm going to say it again. You see, I'm noticing with myself that the more momentum I gain in this business, I actually start to get scared that being a leader will be overwhelming. Les Brown, for those of you guys that don't know him, he's an unbelievable motivational speaker, talks about it quite a bit, the fear of success. So guys, I wrote down a couple things. Number one, when you first start out as a coach, you have to realize, and something I always say is, you cannot compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 12, or your chapter 1 to say where Scotty and I are now. You have to work, write this down if you're taking notes, work with what you have, with where you are, because what you have is plenty, okay? And I think so often we start worrying about, I can't run team calls right now. I can never run a Coach Basics training. I can never help my team run challenge groups. And that's okay, because neither can I early on when I first started out as a coach. But the thing I'm going to share with you guys is that the coach you are right now is not going to be the coach that you need to be to get to where you want to be tomorrow. So you need to focus with what you have in front of you. If you have one coach on your team, then you just worry about that one coach on your team. But the thing is you're going to have to be intentional, and you're going to have to grow each and every day, and that's done through the personal development, through the personal growth of what you do each and every day. So, David, what are you doing? Scotty, what are you doing? I can tell you right now that one big thing Scotty did, that I remember him, he did the 52 I think the 52-week book of the week club. He was reading a book a week for an entire year. For me, I try to read or consume at least 2 books a month. Now, Beachbody, they say one of the vital behaviors is personal growth, how to become a better leader, how to mentor people, how to communicate with people, how to handle obstacles, face adversity. The thing I always say is, you don't know what you don't know. Think about that. You don't know what you don't know. So for me, through my personal growth in the books that I read, I've had amazing amount of aha moments, wow, because you're hearing from people that have been there, that have went through the journey, and you're learning what you need to go through or where you need to grow and improve. Right now I'm reading and listening to on Audible, The Obstacle is the Way. I just started that yesterday. I'm only about 10 minutes in, but it's great, and it's going to talk about some of the most amazing leaders in this world, from presidents, people like Steve Jobs, so many, their stories, what they went through and what they had to do, and it helps you pick up little nuggets. So you're going to have to be intentional each and every day. Beachbody says at least 10 minutes a day is what they recommend. I can tell you I do a lot more than that. When I'm in the car, driving back and forth to work, I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm listening to motivational speeches. I have YouTube streaming through the speakers in my car. Literally, when I go to my home screen of my YouTube channel now, if you go to my YouTube channel, well, not my YouTube channel, but when I go to my home screen, my YouTube channel, it already knows. It's recommending all sorts of motivational or inspiring things. I even use sometimes America's Got Talent. I'll be honest. It's like a one show during the week. I try to watch it, my girls, as inspirational. Seeing some of these people, life struggles and what they overcame, and then seeing the amazing gifts that they have, that inspires me to be like, wow, if that person did it. Like this one girl, I remember she was like 9 years old and she lost a kidney, and her mom had to donate her kidney, and she had a double pneumonia when she was a baby and almost lost her life. Like, it was inspiring to see in her journey, and her being an amazing singer at 9, and what she went through in the hospital. Like, that makes my heart feel warm. That's part of the journey. But you need to commit to books. I could tell you John Maxwell is one of my favorite authors. I'll leave it at that. He has so many amazing books that I love to read. So when you're scared about it's going to be overwhelming, yes, because you're thinking about what you need to do instead of worrying about what you need to do right now. You're thinking about what you need to do if you get to that level instead of worrying about where you are right now. Because the amount I deal with right now, I could never have dealt with early on as a coach. And I also can say, guys, is that life will give you more as you show that you rule the level that you're at. All right? God's never going to give you anything you can't handle. And I can tell you, if I had to have the responsibility I have now, 5 years ago as a coach, and somebody told me all of this I have to do, I would have crumbled. But you learn to grow into it. You learn to be more efficient with your time. You learn to be more efficient in how you are with your Beachbody business. You learn how to think differently, operate differently. You learn how to mentor better. You learn, where you need to cut things and where you don't need to cut things, where you need to focus, where you don't need to focus. You have to work with what you have. So yes, it is very normal to be scared. Guys, right now I get scared of the goals and dreams I have. But I always go back to, Dave, work with what's in front of you. Work with what's going on right now. I'm going to Coach Summit this week. I want to come away even a bigger leader. I want to connect with other of the top coaches in the network, right? I know the United Kingdom is coming our way in a couple of months. I'm trying to connect with such amazing people over there right now, and I'm worrying about that. The next thing, guys, I want to get into. So that's the thing of being scared. Totally normal. You have to worry about where you are right now. Don't worry about what happens in a year from now. Don't worry about your chapter 12. Worry about your chapter 1. Get through with it. Work with what you have, with where you are, because what you have is plenty. All right, the next thing is, what does the sacrifice of success actually, this is the question, what does the sacrifice of success actually look like, not only to you, but to your wife and your kids? Like, how do they all feel when, I've imagined you've done this many times, you tell them, I'm sorry, I can't go or do that with you. I need to work right now. I'm going to say that again. Here's another thing I'd like to see or know. What does the sacrifice of success actually look like, not only to you, but to your wife and kids? Like, how do you all feel when, I imagine you've done this many times, you tell them, I'm sorry, I can't go or do that with you. I need to work right now. How do you feel about those moments? Let them express in their own words what they think about it. So, guys, that's another great question. So, guys, early on, this was my story. When I started this business early on, and I went to Summit 2013, and I had the flip of the switch of this business can change my life, I was always on my phone, 24/7, 365. So 5-6 years ago, we just had an infant, because my daughter Addison, she wasn't born yet, and even when I started a little bit before that, we had 2 kids, just going into 3 kids. I was always on my phone when I came home from work. I was always on my phone on the weekends. I was always on my phone at night. I was always on the phone in the morning, and I wasn't present in our life, and it caused a lot of stress and fighting in my marriage with my wife, Kristen, because I knew I wanted to work this business, and I knew I wasn't present, and my kids saw that, and it caused a lot of issues and a lot of problems early on. So what I had to do is I had to sit down with my wife, and I had to sit down with Kristen, and I had to say, listen, I took ownership, and I said, I know I'm failing that because we're fighting because I'm always on my phone. And I said, but I know that this business, I had the vision that it can change us and get us out of the position we were in when we were in a lot of debt, and also it can help us live a life we could have never imagined above and beyond what we ever thought. So I said to her, what do I need to do to be a team player so that, in fact, I could build this business, but in fact, I'm not ruining our marriage and ruining everything with the kids because I'm always on my phone. And we've decided that when I came home from work, and guys, this is a constant battle. Yeah, even now I struggle with this because it's always a work in progress, but we've decided when I come home from work that it's family time. We eat as a family every single night in our house with my daughters. After that, Kristen's giving the girls a bath and getting them ready for, school the next day. And I'm usually Kristen cooks. I'm usually cleaning up in the kitchen. While cleaning up in the kitchen, guys, I will say I am listening to personal development. That's kind of some of my time and minutes, my hidden minutes when I listen. But I'm with my family for dinner, and then after that, we're together. And then what we do is once my kids go to bed, and again, at times it's a struggle, and I do catch myself. It's not perfect. But when my kids do go to bed, that's the hustle and grind time. And the sacrifices that I make is that when my kids are to bed, I'm not watching every sports game. I'm a huge New York Mets fan. I rarely watch the New York Mets. It's just the way it is. I'll have plenty of time to do that when I get our team who has goals and dreams and help my people in my challenge groups and help Kristen and I build amazing things. I'll have time to do that. But right now, at night, I'm working. And I'm working my ass off. I'm working harder than ever each and every night, especially now, right now, because we are going through an amazing time right now for our team. We're kind of growing again, rebuilding again, trying to start the fire like we did in 2013, right? Because business has ebbs and flows, and has peaks and valleys. And everybody's going through a valley and peak, so I'm working harder than ever. So at night is my time. At night is my time to build the business. And then in the morning, when my alarm goes off, 4:50 a.m. every day that I work. On the weekends, I'm usually up. Today I was up out of bed around a little after 6:30. On the weekends when I get up and my kids are still asleep, I'm working again. I take my Energize my pre-workout drink, and while I'm waiting for it to kick in for a half hour, I'm checking in with my challenge groups. I'm answering messages, and I'm doing it when I'm not taking time away from my family. Now, let me add something a little further on that. My kids also know, because I brought them on board, and I've shared with them, and Chris and I have spoken to them, why mommy and daddy work so hard. We don't keep them out of this. We explain them, do you know what coaching is? This is why mom and dad work so hard, and you see us on the computer. I explain to them what it is so they understand what we're trying to achieve. Like when we went away to Disney World a couple weeks ago, and we were able to go to a beautiful resort and pay for it, everything with cash, and you have to charge it. We let them know we can do things like that because we work so hard. Okay, we bring them on board and we explain to them at night, because my older two daughters, now that it's summer, they're up later, but we still need to work, right? But we let them know that we're working and they understand why. But when it is family time, guys, it's family time. Yesterday we went out to dinner last night. Then we got some ice cream with our girls, and we came home, and I was out in the yard with Harbor, our dog, and I was playing with the kids outside for a while. Then we came in and we did a quick 5-10 minute live video about Summit for our team, which we let our girls know. And then we sat down and we watched Turner and Hooch together, and we were together as a family on our couch. We were present in the moment. But they know, like right now, I need to do the Hey Bro Show. They know that we work out in the morning, but I don't always mix the two. There's divided times. You have to be disciplined in your time. I know Scotty was waking up at 4 a.m. in Hawaii every day for 6 weeks and working for 6 hours on his business from like 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., not including getting his workout in, his personal development, and working on his business. 6 hours a day, guys. He's grinding and he's hustling, but by 10 a.m., he was able to be with his family and his 5 kids and Gabby the rest of the day into the evening. So we all have the same 24 hours. It's how you manage your time. Now, let me talk about events. That's another thing. People say, but David, Super Saturdays, I have kids' sports, I have kids' birthday parties. Guys, this is the thing. I tell my kids, if you want to be able to do the things that you want with your kids, like this business can create freedom so that you can do and never miss a birthday party again. Never miss a sporting event, or if your daughters are in dance or gymnastics, never miss a recital again. My daughter's on a travel hockey team. Never miss any of that again. That's what we want. We want to have ultimate freedom. But you have to have sacrifices early on. And I will say, Kristen and I run a market council and run Super Saturday events, which are quarterly. And they are large events in the area that we overlook with a couple hundred people, and they pretty much are on Saturday or Sunday every couple of months. We have missed kids' events. We have missed sporting events. We have missed parties because we know we're making the sacrifices now so that later on we build something so we can live a life, and Kristen's retired at 40. And I know we can have a bright future ahead of us. This business can create freedom, but every now and then there are some sacrifices. But those couple days a year where that happens, my kids know, and we communicate with them, which is key. We won't be here, but this is why, and they understand that. They understand what we're trying to do. We've actually brought them to when we hosted an event with Joel and Jericho in Court of Force. They came, we had a 1,000-person event, 1,000-person that I emceed with another amazing coach, Mickey Fernandez. We brought our 2 older daughters there so they can see it, so they can see what this is part of, and they can see the energy in the room. We don't keep them out of it. We involve them. That's the key, guys. Don't keep them out of it. Involve them. Communicate with them. Have disciplined time. Be present with your kids in the moment. Okay? And then when you're working your business, and you need to understand that. Okay? Let me see. Elaborate in the question. A question. How do they feel when you tell them, I'm sorry, I can't go? I'm sorry, I can't go or do that with you. I need to work right now. So again, if it's the communication with your family and you structure your time, you can do it. Now, guys, part of the personal development journey is if we all have 24 hours a day, no more, no less, it comes down to how you manage your time. And I can always say that there's people that spend more time scrolling their Facebook news feed and say they don't have time to work out. There's people that spend more time doing mindless activities, playing casino games on social media, that say they don't have time to work their business. We all have the same amount of time, whether you're the President of the United States, Oprah Winfrey, a professional baseball player, the CEO of Apple. We all have the same time. Look at Gary Vaynerchuk. Look how that guy hustles pretty much like 16 hours a day, 17 hours a day, nonstop, but he has his family time. It's how you manage your time. And how do you get better at it? You go through your growth journey of personal development. Eat That Frog is the name of a book. I suggest you write down, which talks about time management. You have to be willing to give up to go up. If you want to go up in your life, you have to give up certain things, sacrifices early on. Reading, personal development, give up TV, can't watch every sports show, go to every game, can't go out 3 times a week, can't, hang out with your friends every single day, playing video games. Like, guys, come on. I don't have time for that nonsense. I don't, okay? I have time to grind and hustle and be with my family, and that's it. So, guys, the fear of success, at the end of the day, work with what you have, with where you are, worry about your chapter 1, not our chapter 12, and you will grow into where you need to be. Don't worry about the comparing game. Focus in with where you are. Next, the sacrifices with your family. You need to communicate with your spouse. You need to bring your kids on board, no matter how little they are. And you need to be present in the moment with whatever it is. If it's your business or it's your family, you need to be there. I feel that I need to be the best version of myself for my wife, for my kids, for my team, for my challengers, as a coach, as a New York State Police lieutenant. I need to be the best version of myself. So I am anal when it comes to being 120% at whatever I'm doing. And I will say, guys, you're welcome, Judith, for the notice. I am a human being, and I struggle with this too. I get it. At times, I have to reel myself back in. I find that family time, I catch myself doing work. I find a time that I catch myself working too much, giving up a lot of sleep, at times. But it's sacrifices I make right now to get there, okay? I don't play 3-4 rounds of golf every week. I maybe get 1 or 2 rounds in a summer. I don't play in a men's softball league anymore like I used to do. Guys, it's the sacrifices. You have the time. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. That goes with anything in life. When it's important to you, you'll find a way to get it done. Otherwise, you'll find an excuse. My health is important to me because I want to be here for my kids long after I can live long after, so I can see my great grandkids. I want to be the best version of myself for my wife. I want to be the best version of myself, for my challengers. I want to be the best. So my health is a priority. My business is a priority because it's fulfilling to be significant in people's lives, which I think coaching can do. Actually, I know it can do. So I work very hard at that. You know what? And I work on the things that I know are going to add value to my life and other people's lives. I don't work on things, video games, TV, watching the news, getting caught up in garbage, because that's going to add no value to anybody, and it's not going to add value to myself. So, guys, that's to wrap up. Let me just see if there's any questions here. Thank you, guys. So many of you guys come on. I think that's it for the questions. So, guys, I hope everybody, I see so many of you at Coach Summit. Again, make sure you stop and say hello to Scotty and I. Kristen and I are flying in on Wednesday night. It's going to be an epic, amazing week. I heard yesterday a little bit over 30,000 coaches will be in New Orleans. I've never been. I'm excited. I'm here. It's going to be super hot. And guys, last 2 things and we'll close up. Number 1, if this video is of value to you, please share it. Tag somebody below. If you're watching it on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you are not subscribed to Scotty's YouTube channel or mine, just go to YouTube and search David Atkins or search Scotty Hobbs. Subscribe to our channels because we have a ton of other training in there and other videos that's going to help you guys, not just on the Hey Bro Show. So make it your point to subscribe to our channels. And the last thing, we always finish, guys, it means nothing, absolutely nothing, if you don't take what we teach you every week and you sit there and you're an idea person. You ponder over what we give you. You're like, that's great, great information. Ideas are SHRIT, guys. They're nothing. You must take action on what we're giving you. You must take what I just gave you now and apply it right now. If you need to have that conversation with your spouse, with your kids today, you have it. If you need to cross things off your list that are not helping you grow as a person, then you need to cross them off your list today. Take action. I hope all you guys, I see you at Coach Summit, and as Scotty and I always finish, man up, guys. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.